أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Surah ArRahman, ayah number 3. Khalaqal insan. He created man. After mentioning the teaching of the Quran, Allama al-Quran, Allah mentions the creation of the human being. And this is the deliberate sequence which tells us about the priority. So our life is a secondary act of love and care from Allah compared to the Quran. Why? Because life is meaningless without the proper instruction manual, without purpose. Purpose is more important because purpose and guidance give life its meaning. Without direction, without purpose, life itself feels empty. So, in other words, it is as if Allah is saying that teaching the Quran is even greater act of His love and mercy than giving us life itself. Quran is a bigger gift than the very breath we take. A scholar, Muhammad Asharawi, he explains about this sequencing. He says that the human beings, they are like a sophisticated device that Allah manufactured. Every manufacturer creates products with purpose and provides an instruction manual. Before they manufacture any product, its blueprint comes first. All the specifications like what the product looks like, what it does, what's its best use. When you buy a phone or an iron or Instapot, it comes with an instruction manual, right? Similarly, the manual for human beings is Quran. It comes here before the creation, because without the manual, we cannot know our purpose. Imagine having an electric device, for example, an Instapot or an iron, but with no instructions at all on how to use it. You will not be able to use it, or you can damage it. So this describes life without revelation, without Quran, a precious gift of life with no meaning, no purpose, emptiness because its owner lacks knowledge of its function. Life becomes purposeless, it becomes shallow without divine guidance showing us what to use it for. Khalaqal insan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us with immense care and love. Every detail of our body, mind, intellect, our system, the way we are designed is a manifestation of Allah's love and care. If human beings just contemplate their own creation, they will realize how much care Allah has put into designing us and how lovingly He has created us. But what happens is that we become entitled. And when we become entitled, we can easily forget all the blessings that we are receiving. Allah gives, He gives, again He gives. And we think that it's our right to get these blessings. And we complain on small, small things. We become ungrateful. We receive one blessing and then we start running after another blessing. We make small goals of this dunya and turn them into our purpose of life. This is what happens when real purpose is missing. And when we try to chase happiness, when happiness becomes our ultimate goal, then when even a small difficulty comes or things go unplanned, we start complaining because we expect to be happy all the time. In this modern age, happiness has become a goal. Quran is not talking about happiness. Quran is talking about purpose. Why? Because when you live a life of purpose, then the first byproduct you will get is happiness. So happiness is not a goal, it's a byproduct. When we engage with the Quran, what we are engaging with, purpose. And what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about this? Surah Yunus, Ayah 58. Kul bifadlillahi wa birahmatihi fabizalik falyafrahu huwa khayrum mimma yajma'un. So in that, let them rejoice. It is better than what they accumulate. So Allah mentions happiness when we read Allah's words because now we have actual substance in our life. And now let's see the meaning of insan. There are two linguistic meanings. One is uns. Human beings are capable of giving love and they need receiving love. Second meaning is nisyan. meaning forgetfulness. So, logic tells us that whoever forgets frequently requires frequent reminders. Quran is a reminder. Throughout its verses, it continuously calls itself zikr, reminder, because human beings are forgetful creatures, so they need a powerful reminder. Allah sent down the Quran. This is tremendous care and mercy of Allah that He will provide exactly what His creation needs. That's why we see in the Quran that it repeats itself a lot. Why? Because repetition is necessary for those who forget, and humans are by definition forgetful creatures. That's why we need constant reminder, because this forgetfulness is built into our nature. So when Allah gives us the Quran, He knew our emotions, He knew our weaknesses, our strengths. He took all of that into consideration and then gave us the Quran. In Surah Mulk, Ayah 14, Allah says, doesn't He know who He created? While He is subtle, the aware. So when we study Quran, we should remember that we are learning from someone who sees deep within us. He says خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانِ, meaning He created the human being, and He is in the best position to tell human beings how to live the best kind of life they can.